Hello and welcome to Air Signs with your general love reading for the month of May. As usual, my readings are not gender specific, but I do refer to he and she just to define the energies. So the top line here is referring to his energy, the middle line is your energy, and the bottom line is the outcome. So with the top line with his energy, I feel that possibly this person is someone who you have been with or known for quite a while. This is the third time that the devil has shown itself in my readings, my element readings. And the cards are shuffled well and drawn randomly through the deck, so it's interesting that this has come up again. If you see that in the other readings, you'll understand that I do shuffle very well. So the meaning for the devil in this reading, I think, is someone that has been around for a while, in that you know or have been dating or whatever, and they are quite stubborn. They can be quite controlling, a little bit obsessive about what they are doing, and anything that they do, you sort of feel like there's an ulterior motive, that it's a little bit heavy-handed, that they say, well, this is what I want to do, or this is what we're going to do, and you have no option over it, that they are quite controlling, for want of a better word, or even perhaps bullying in some instances, where they're just adamant, this is what I'm doing, like it or lump it, do it the way I want, to go where we are going because I say so, or don't come with me, it's your choice. And they seem to be maybe a bit combative and win at all costs, and sometimes not very pleasant to be around. So that's the energy I'm seeing for this. It doesn't feel like it's a new person, it feels like somebody who's been around for a while. The middle line for your energy, I see you maybe trying to make decisions, trying to find a good balance here that feels right for you in this relationship, and maybe trying really hard to get it right and keep everybody happy. The devil relates to Capricorn, but of course it can be any sign because it's also just a general energy. The star sign is Aquarius, but with the two cups that she's holding, the two pitchers of water, I do feel that that can also relate to Libra and the balance of Libra, and even with the two jugs, can relate to Gemini and the twins. So I think that's very strong indication that the middle line is referring to the air signs. The Page of Cups here is a very youthful energy, or a new offer of something coming in. It could be to do with work. It could be with the Page of Pentacles here that you have some work connection or something going on here, or some learning, some studies, something that's very fresh and new to you. And maybe that's an area that you are maybe prioritizing isn't the right word at the moment, but with the relationship not quite being as strong as you'd like it to be, maybe you are putting more effort into your work or hobbies or something like that, and just still trying to keep your life flowing and moving forward. And that's a very good stable thing to do, particularly with the Page of Wands. You've put a lot of energy into something. You don't want to see it slipping backwards and losing yourself, losing yourself in this relationship. So I see that as being where you are more focused and not so much on the love now. You're just trying to find some balance in your life and deciding where you want to be going and what's the healthiest thing to do. And that might be at the moment to be focusing more on your outer life away from the relationship and keeping yourself whole and growing and balanced and happy in that life until a decision's made either by you or this other person as to whether changes can be made to improve the relationship or that somebody needs to step away. So the bottom line here with the Two of Swords, I see that you are still feeling very protective of your heart, your emotions. You're not wanting to look too far ahead and make the call yet if you feel that you need to step away from the relationship. But it is a lot of hard work. There's a lot of effort that you've put into this. You might have been with this person for quite a while, maybe 8 months, 8 years, whatever, but you just feel like you've put a lot, you've invested a lot into this relationship. And do you continue on now? Do you still keep trying to make it work? Or do you take from the lessons, the life lessons that you've learned, and you move on? Seven of Swords, you could be moving on. Or at the very worst scenario, you might find that this person, if it is a fairly new person in your life, has been keeping his options open and not being as steady and reliable in the relationship as you would have preferred him to be. What I will also do is look down each line under each sign. So the first one I'll look at is Gemini here with the Devil, the Star and the Two of Swords. This, I think, is indicating to me that you have been really hoping that this was the right relationship, and it has been a bit obsessive and controlling and not where you've been wanting it to go. And you're now starting to get to the realization that some changes need to be made. He's maybe promising you that things will change. He doesn't want you to leave, and you know that this can't go on, that there isn't a balance here, that it's very there's a very big imbalance here, and it's not healthy for you to be in a relationship like that. And so with the two pictures here, I see that imbalance here between the inner part of you is just feeling like, I don't know if I can keep doing this anymore. But the bottom one here with the Two Swords, I don't want to see what the world is like out there without this relationship yet. I'm not ready to. Whether you can work it out or not, I don't see anybody moving away from this relationship at the moment in the month of May. You can try to have a reasonable conversation with this other person, and whether they are prepared to really do some work on themselves to not be as controlling or whatever, and there is potential for the relationship to move on from there and get a bit stronger. That's really up to him, and also up to you whether you want to stay in that situation if it doesn't improve. With Libra here, this is looking very good for Libra. There's a nice offer coming in here. It might be work related. It could be something to do with work, some creative area in your life perhaps. It might be hobby, it might be something you do after work, it might be something you do on the weekends, or it could just be something very creative at work that you are really finding very stimulating, and you're putting a lot of effort into it. And that's looking very good for the month of May as well, to really reap rewards at the end of it for your hard work, whether that is relationship related or whether it is just your life in general. It's looking very good for you and should be feeling good for you for the month of May. Aquarius here, Five of Swords, Page of Pentacles and Seven of Swords. That's all air signs with a little bit of the earth signs in there too, Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. And it's feeling a little bit win or lose, battling, maybe somebody not being as truthful as they could be, and you trying to still make the relationship work, or putting effort into it, and maybe it's not as feeling as reliable as you would like it to. It's feeling like it's still fairly new, and that could change. That could be just the initial stages of getting to find a balance in your relationship, whether it's past issues or just life in general, that they are living their own life and you're wanting something a little bit more stable and secure. And yeah, that's just feeling a little bit awkward there with them not being quite as truthful with you as to where they see the relationship going and what they want from the relationship. Anything that I say here can be reversed. It could be your energy, it could be their energy, it can flip, he or she, either way it can change. So I'll just draw some clarifiers here and just have a look at a couple of these. So I'll just look at the Two of Swords here and see what it is that you're not wanting to see here, but it does feel like it is the relationship and where you are not looking at where the relationship is going. King of Cups, emotions, you are protecting your heart here and hoping and wishing that he could be the right person for you. There's a lot of emotion that you're feeling here. So whether you want to put that to them in a way that they will understand that maybe this is their last chance to sort things out and ease off with the controlling way, and I was going to say bullying, I don't like saying bullying, just being controlling, and if that isn't right for you, you will then need to make a decision on whether you want to keep protecting your heart and feeling unloved, insecure in the relationship or whatever, or make some changes and look to some other people, and you might even find there might be father, brother, somebody a little bit older who might be offering some support to you that might be able to help you out there. Just look at the Seven of Swords. I don't like to see deception and that there, and so just have a look at a clarifier for that. Just see what that's about. Okay, the card of truth. So some truth, some answers, some communication is needed. You need some clarity there. Do they see this relationship going where you see it going? Are they keeping things back from you? What are they up to when they say they're doing one thing and they're possibly doing another thing, doing things behind your back or whatever, or just not being as truthful as they need to be? And just get some truthful answers from that. So what I'll do now is I'll draw a romance card, and we'll just tie this up with a romance card for you and see how the month of May will tidy up for you. Okay. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now, and that does tie up, as I was saying here, with career, with hobbies, with work, putting a lot of effort into things, keeping yourself moving forward and making sure that you keep that balance in your life of where you want to be going, what you want to be doing, not getting too stuck in a relationship that you feel is holding you back, pulling you down, or whatever you feel that energy is. And finances and career here will improve if you look after yourself and where you need to be going. The romantic side of your relationship right now is not feeling very healthy to you for the most bulk of you. And so if you just keep moving forward with your career, when the relationship does improve, or if it doesn't improve and you decide to move on, you have a good solid base here. You've kept your work friends, you've kept your finances stable, and you're able to step forward in a very secure and whole way and still feel like you haven't lost yourself in a negative relationship. So I hope that helps there to give you some light along the way, and wishing you all the best for the month of May, and bye for now.